Dear friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the anxious content as well as the impulsive content in our conversation. So I invite you to a conversation that was in my experience. One day, myself and my friend went to a tea shop to take the tea after a day's work, and we were taking the tea from the tea shop, and we were discussing about going to a place, means a tourist place where we can see wonderful things, but we have to go through a forest. Then my friend told that we cannot go through that place because the tiger will come and attack us. Okay, the road is going on in that place, but he told that tiger will come and attack, and we will not be able to go. And as the conversation was going on, I was pacifying my friend, and the conversation was going on. I also became very irritated that the tea is not coming. Okay, we have ordered the tea, and just it got over 5 minutes, still the tea has not come. I also became very irritated within myself and showed the expressions on my face. So here we can see an incident or a dialogue between two friends. They were sitting in a coffee shop and they were talking, and the one friend was afraid that a tiger will come and attack him, and he may be killed or something like that. The other friend was very irritated, that is me. I was very irritated, the tea is not coming yet, and things like that. Both of them are suffering from two things. The first one is suffering from anxiety, and I am suffering from the impulsivity. So both are problems, isn't it? Both of the things are problems. When we analyze this conversation, we can understand. Though the friend told that the tiger will come and attack him, it is an anticipated fear. It has not happened anymore, but thinking and imagining that tiger will come and attack that person. So an anxiety is an anticipated fear about an event. So a person is worrying that next year the earthquake will take place, and making the arrangements in the home. Okay, so this kind of anxious thoughts can be had by the people, and with them they may control their brain. And there is on the other part, the other friend is suffering from impulsivity. The tea is not coming. Okay, the person has to wait 10 or 20 minutes, then only tea can be prepared and it can be brought to the table. Okay, so here the person is irritated that tea has not come to the table. So here the person is having poor control over the emotions, the poor control, not able to resist the impulses. So he expresses suddenly the irritation or anger on the face. So both instances, we can understand and analyze, these instances are going on in our daily life. Often we become anxious, often we become impulsive. Even though we are not suffering from anxiety disorder or impulsive disorder, we may have these moments of anxiety and impulsivity all through our life. How can we understand that we are suffering from anxiety and impulsivity? So there are some psychological tests to measure the anxiety level of the individual or the impulsivity level of the individual. Okay, that is the modern technique to understand. Otherwise, how can we understand this? In ancient times, people were understanding this through the method called introspection. Introspection, the word introspection means to look within. Okay, it is also to look within inside our mind. We can call it as self-reflection. Understanding one's own self, or reflecting about one's own self, one's own memories, one's own actions and doings of the day. So here there was a king called Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman king, and he has also written a book called Meditations. He was a person who used to go to who used to reflect about his life 15 minutes every day before going to bed. So he was reflecting all the day's action that day when he before sleep. So he was able to understand what all the areas he was suffering from and what all the areas he was not suffering from. So when we feel some kind of emotions within us, for example, anxiety or joy or any emotion, whether it is positive or negative, amygdala will be activated in our brain. Amygdala is known as our emotional brain. So red signal will be given in the amygdala. Then lately, our prefrontal cortex, it is known as the thinking brain. Thinking brain helps us to control the emotions. Okay, so when we are able to think, when we are able to give a thought for our emotions, we are able to control that. When we reflect about that, we can make changes about that. Thank you, dear friends.